Ha. 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 Damn it. Ha. Damn it. Damn it. Yeah! Hey everyone, coming at you today with a mini park challenge video in RollerCoaster Tycoon 2. The challenge is going to be in an 11x11 park. By the end of year 2, have a park worth $100,000. And there's some additional challenges I do have that I placed by myself. I can only have 25 total rides, attractions, like shops and stalls that I've chosen myself. And then I'm not going to be able to go underground. And that's about it. Just from there, everything else is normal, and then it's going to be pay per ride and free entry to the park. But just going from there, just immediately going to dive straight into it to see what I can get developed and see how I want to build out this park. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'll check back in just a few minutes as I get stuff built. Alright, I'm checking back in here. So just done a little bit of development with a bunch of the rides and trying to get stuff going. And now getting essentially what's going to be another major part established and just done now because I have the time. With the tinier park size and not being able to go underground, I'm going to have to figure out the best way to essentially add more and more rides, and that's going to be going up. So with that option, I'm going to essentially go around the launch freefall and do just a staircase like this. I can continue to go up around it because it's not going to be very essentially used up space. It's going to be the best utilization I have here, so I can continue building up. But outside of that, I got all the other basic stalls established, another roller coaster made. But from here, I'm going to go ahead and try to fill out the rest of this little area over here, and I'll check back in again. Hey everyone, a general update for what's been going on. So, I've really only established 2 rides in a pretty long amount of time in-game. And it's because this roller coaster took me forever. Everything I developed was low. And this one I finally got to be medium across the board. Actually, at one point was high, very high, medium. But I don't think I want the very high intensity coaster just because people are gonna be cautious about it. I can always change it, I guess, but I figure for now just gonna go with the lower intensity coaster. Establish the cotton candy stall, but this essentially finishes off this underneath area. Probably throw one more stall here just to make it safe and make it the first aid booth. So that really pretty much completes this first area. It should be open as well. This first area, so I'll check back in once I have the start of the next layer established. Alright, so checking back in, we're now in August of year 1, midway through it right now, and we have actually hit the park value goal in the first year. To celebrate that, we hired an entertainer and we named him Arambe. But other than that, I put a go-kart track up top, have put in a twist for the second level. I had to go down this way because the top spin has a very high height clearance. So I was trying to go from right here over, and it just wouldn't let me, so I had to go all the way up and back down. But that's about it for this area. I'm going to try to fit something in over here and let the park run a little bit, and probably check back sometime in year 2. Gonna color in a lot of the park as well, just changing out like a lot of the ride colors, so you'll probably see a bunch of changes in that respect. So, quick update. We just hit October year 1, but we've won the most untidy park award. I think it's my proudest accomplishment so far. Not the 100K, but the most untidy park. So quick year 2 development. I messed around for a while trying to get some of the other rides that I haven't used yet, like the Magic Carpet and the Swinging Inverted Ship in up here, but unfortunately I'm hitting a height limit, and most of these rides are now essentially useless to me, so I'm going to be down to the roller coasters. And it's probably going to be the Hyper Coaster, the Looping Coaster, and the Corkscrew Coaster I can only work with now, because everything else is going to hit height limits, and it's just going to be like either a super small ride, it's going to be super low, or something like that. Some developments that have been happening is like my park rating and guest rating has been, rating points is dropping. It's mainly due to the state of like the park paths. So hired a bunch of handmen, hoping that cleans it all up. We're at 122,000, so our park value's actually gone down since like August of last year. Even though like new rides have been put in, new stalls have been put in, like park value's still gone down. So it'll be interesting to watch and see. Once I have another ride or two set up in another level, I will check back in. Alright everyone, so some general park developments. I've built 2 new coasters, another essential back and forth corkscrew coaster and an inverted hairpin coaster in a higher level. I did have to destroy a good chunk of my staircase to figure out what was going on, and it kind of just stops here. But outside of that, we're still chugging along. Like August, September, October, got 3 months left, and we're still floating around the same park value despite adding more and more to the park. So not sure what's going wrong there. I think by the end of it, we should have our goal. I may take out a bigger loan just to get maybe one big ride in and see what happens from there. But for now, I'm going to continue just like these small developments as I raise it. I'm going to try to figure out something in this area right here, hopefully, and that should wrap up this layer before I have to go up much higher. I'll check back in probably once I have this little section done. Alright, so I did finish off another ride in this section like I was mentioning before. At first I was actually going to put another one of the launch free falls, but opted like, alright, I think I can fit a roller coaster here since it has a kind of steep drop. So that's why I did it, and ended up being a medium low, which is pretty nice for the area it's in. So based off of what I have left, it's essentially going to be one probably pretty big ride at the top to just cap it all off. The goals is definitely hit at this point. I don't think there's any doubting that we're going to drop. The park rating and the guests have been absolutely solid. There's been spikes and drops, but other than that, they're perfectly fine. So we're about to enter the last month, and hoping to get this major ride in. Currently, I have taken out 30,000 in loans, but another 7,000 to work with to build this final ride. So I'm going to work on getting that done and check back in when we're about to finish this off. Alright everyone, so slight bummer, I wasn't able to get a bigger ride set up at the top. Everything I was trying just kept failing, and every loop I was going for, just the roller coaster wouldn't make through it. So it looks like what we see here is going to be the ending park. I'm very happy with how it turned out. We're on October 30th, so about to hit the end goal, about to get the achievement. If you guys have any ideas on another challenge or what I could have done to do better, we'd really love to hear it. So, there we go. We just got it. We achieved the park value in the 2 years, 100K, and we ended up with 133,000. Let me know your thoughts. If you have any other ideas, as I said before, how I could do it better, maybe another challenge. I'd love to hear it, and I'll see you in the next one.